Okay, so this is Ringwalk Media in association with Wellness Therapy. It's 2024 and the first one of the year, Mr. Jack Massey. It's so good to see you, sir. How are you?
Yeah, you too, mate. Thanks for having me on again.
No,
Always a pleasure.
yeah, always a pleasure, mate. And your first Christmas with your new daughter, how did it go, mate?
Oh yeah, it's been unbelievable, mate. It's been amazing. She don't really understand it because she's just under 7 months. So, but it was good fun. It was fun watching her ripping the. I think she enjoyed ripping the paper off more than the actual present. So,
It's
and
always the way, isn't
just
it?
looking at all the Christmas lights and the decorations, and we did take her to see Santa, but it
Yeah.
was he was a bit of a dodgy one, mate. He had these big fake eyebrows on. He looks a bit funny, but
It wasn't Kevin Mare
it
dressed up, was
was a
it?
good laugh, mate. It was a good laugh for me and Amber, anyway.
Well, listen, I know that you've waited a long time to get your daughter there, and congratulations to the both of you
Yeah,
for that. And
thank you, mate.
over and above everything else, that's the most important thing. So I'm glad that all's gone well for you, mate. So,
Yeah, definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
well, listen, you've got finally a year later, after Mr.
I
Parker's
know.
fight, we've got you back in the ring. You're out on Natasha Jonas's
Yeah,
undercard in Liverpool, aren't you? Tell us about that.
yeah. So yeah, really looking forward to getting back in there, back at Cruiserweight,
Yeah.
which is good. So we'll be back at Cruiserweight on the 20th. We've got a six rounder, and it's just get back to winning ways. Get a win under our belt back at Cruiserweight, and then we can we'll get busy this year, and then we can push for something then.
Yeah, and I think you're right there. Like you say, get busy this year. There's going to be a lot of comings and goings and moving around in the cruiserweight division this year, I think, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. We've got to be active. There's things coming open. Obviously, Jai Opetaia had the IBF stripped from him.
Yeah.
It's looking like Breed is well, possibly available. Nobody wants to fight Opetaia, and I'm being heavily avoided myself. So that's a possible fight. I'd like that fight. You got Billam Smith, great fight for me. There's a lot of doors opening, but we've got to get this win under our belt on the 20th. Get busy. It's all good being vocal on social media and and keeping my name in the mix, but you've got to you've got to work towards these fights and work your way up. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, actions speak louder than words, mate, don't they, at the end of the day? And, like you said,
Definitely.
you're probably the most avoided cruiserweight in the division for at least 2 years now.
Yeah. It's been hard. It's been tough. Last year we were struggling for fights, but it was a bit. Obviously my daughter was born, and it was nice to spend time
Yeah.
with Bonnie. So it was one of them. It was so double edged. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's been nice spending time with my daughter, but yeah, we need to get the ball rolling now
Well, obviously, you
because
made
we
the
need to put,
switch.
put baby food on the table.
That's it, mate. Well, you made the switch, didn't you, last year over to Champs Camp with Joe Gallagher, and we haven't
Yeah,
seen the results of that yet. So, for me personally,
no,
I'm really looking forward to seeing you back in the ring and seeing what Joe's done with you.
yeah, definitely. In a way, it's probably a good thing. We've been together since I can't remember when I went over. It might have been April.
Yeah,
So it's rather than just being there a couple of months, you wouldn't really see what I picked up, and
yeah.
because it's been a good amount of time, I think people see how Joe's tweaks little things and little bits here and there. So I'm really enjoying it. It's a great gym. It's full of great people, and Joe's an exceptional trainer, and I'm learning a lot off him, and I feel like a new lease of life as well, which
Well,
is
that's
great.
good. That's good to hear, mate. And there's a lot of noise coming out of Champs Camp. There's been a lot of good results for the fighters recently, and we speak to Billy a little bit, Billy Deniz, and he loves it over there as well. So it's all positive for the future for you guys, isn't it?
Definitely. You've got up and coming lads, and then you got people like Natasha and Paul who are at the top as
Yeah.
well. So you got a good mixture, and people just touching on the fringe as well.
Well, listen, let's talk a little bit about the cruiserweight division because, like we said, there's going to be a lot of movement this year. I think it's going to be an active division. it's not particularly been that active in the last sort of 12 months or so. But obviously, recently out in Saudi, Jai Opetaia had to vacate his title to be able to even fight out there. What did you actually make of his fight? Because I mean, it was pretty stunning, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was similar situation. What I thought to before the Jordan Thompson fight, it was I was just lacking that experience. I knew it was going to be the same outcome. It's just a matter of time. But you can only fight who's in front of you, and I know as well as anyone that he's obviously being avoided, and it's hard, and you can only fight people who are put in front of you. So it's no fault of Jay's. So
no,
yeah, but it was some knockout on it.
I'll tell you what, it was. All respect to Mr. Zorro, and we know him quite well. He's a good guy. It was the result I think probably thought would happen, especially given his performance against Jordan Thompson, who is, a fantastic boxer in his own right.
Yeah, I think it was just lacking that experience. Getting in with someone at that level. And I like him. I like his attitude, and I like him as a fighter, Jay. So it'll be a great fight to make back end of this year, I reckon.
Was there ever a conversation had between management that maybe you could have got out there and fought him?
There wasn't really. No, there wasn't. It was always sort of the plan to get back in the mix. Get a win under our belt, and then get busy.
Take your time, get busy the right way.
Yeah, it's not the case of just jumping into one big fight just for the money. If you want to be prepared for those fights, and you want to be busy and get experience, so it's we wasn't just gonna jump in willy-nilly a year out the ring. So
well, I'll tell you what, your last fight, Joseph Parker, tell you what, he caused an upset. He boxed fantastically well, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Yeah, he did. His game plan was, perfect game plan. Just took that right hand away from him. He just didn't know what to do. Wilder, I don't know if he didn't look himself or Parker just executed his game plan perfectly, which he did. But I don't know if, it was a funny one. But I suppose that's all Wilder's really got is a big right hand. You could see him teeing it up, setting it up, and Parker was just nullifying that and taking it away from him.
I mean, it was funny because all week the kind of the consensus was that would be the fight that the upset would happen in. I mean, Deontay Wilder was pretty chilled, pretty relaxed, pretty fine with all the press and everybody there.
Yeah, looked good.
Joseph was just so focused. He was
looked really good in the workout. Yeah, he's really focused. But Wilder, he looked good leading up to it. Looked good on the pads in the public workout and stuff. And big upset. So that's opened the heavyweight division up a little bit as well, which is exciting. But it was a great bill, and it's good to see these fights getting made now. And I think this is what's going to change this year. You're gonna see these fights being made, these big fights, which is good, which is great for me.
Do you think, obviously, given Joe's connection now, he's out there running the Mike Tyson gym in Riyadh? Do you think there's opportunities for you to get out into at least the gym there and get to the experience of the country?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure we'll be all going over soon this year. So should open some doors up and get some opportunities, which is good.
It is good. And then, of course, we talk about your old foes, Mr. Riakporhe and Mr. Billam Smith. I don't know if they're going to fight each other, but I think this year one of those has to fight you.
Yeah, 100%, definitely. Yeah, it's whether it's Riakporhe or Billam Smith. I'd take either of them, no problem. So they're a couple of fights we want as well. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting one of these names this year.
Well, it's good to see that you're kind of you're in that position now, and it's good to hear you're not going for a money fight. That you're actually, wanting to continue on your journey and actually, get there and get that belt, get that title under your career and push on. It's we know you quite well, and we know how hard you've worked, and you've had a couple of rough years. Nothing would make us happier this year than to see you actually get that consistency and stay busy and actually get the fights finally that you deserve.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's just one of those. If we're struggling to get fights this year, we're just going to have to get on smaller shows, keep busy, and the opportunity will arise. And if you've got a good roadmap and who you're fighting and get into the position, then at some point, the fights will have to be made. And with everything going on in Saudi, I think these fights will be made.
Yeah, I think we've just seen the tip of the iceberg with Saudi. I think there's going to be a lot of activity in the next 18 months out there, definitely.
Yeah, 100%, definitely.
And you're definitely staying at cruiserweight. You're not tempted to hop up into the into the realms of heavyweight.
No, staying at cruiserweight. Yeah, staying at cruiserweight. Although I thought I did well against Parker with it was 6 weeks notice, and quite light. I think I'd do even better. With 6 months notice. Put a few pounds on here and there. But
I'll tell you what, mate.
We'll look.
You got a standing ovation after that fight, and rightly so. You went all those rounds with Parker, and you troubled him at times as well.
Yeah, and you look at his past. I think he's had 3 obviously after that, and he was knocking them other guys out. The one before Wilder, he caught me with a massive uppercut, and he caught the same guy on him, knocked him clean out.
Yeah,
I think I put the video up, but yeah, it was a great fight, and it's done massively for more, from a confidence and experience.
Well, listen, like you say, and walking out in the Manchester Arena on a big night as well, the Smith and Eubanks undercard. I mean, that was a night and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great night, wasn't it? It was great. I love fighting there. It's probably I've probably fought there more than anywhere.
Yeah.
I think I've had that would have been my 4th, 5th fight, possibly. So yeah, it's I love fighting there.
Well, listen, Liverpool, of course, on the 20th. It's not long. Big night for Natasha as well. She's taking on Michaela Mayer. That's not a given, that fight at all. Michaela Mayer's got that experience. She's a good fighter.
Yeah, definitely. She's got height advantage, reach advantage, and she's a good fighter. But I have no doubt Natasha's going to pull it off. It's good being in training alongside Natasha and watching on the pads and sparring and stuff. And it's just, I've never actually trained with any women boxers before, and watching Natasha sparring and sparring other lads and stuff. It's like, right, okay, she can whack a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's very technically gifted, and she's an all-round good fighter, and it's good to see.
I mean, the last 2 or 3 fights in particular, she's just stepped it up. I think she's probably in the best form she's ever been in.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't like a dig offer.
We'll have to ask her to give you one in training.
I was watching the sparring today. I thought, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to be a great night, and of course, Liverpool is a decent arena as well. It's going to be packed out. First fight of the year.
One off the bucket list. Yeah, one on the bucket list. To be honest, yeah. It's funny how I've never fought there with it being, one of the closer cities. But I fought there as an amateur a few times. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And they love their boxing over in Liverpool. So win or lose, they clap everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
She's good. It's really good to see that you're getting back out there. And like I say, the fact that you're wanting to try and keep busy now, that's the important thing. Get that 6-rounder out of the way. Hopefully,
Yeah,
a decent opponent that can, you can show some of those new skills you've got with Joe.
yeah,
Some of those,
yeah. Looking forward to it.
I think that's the
Yeah, I'm
biggest
looking
thing I'm
forward to
looking forward to is seeing how you've kind of tweaked one or two little things to make a difference.
it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to showcasing what I've learned off Joe, and you know, not a totally different fighter, but just a new lease of life, and
Mm.
and I feel like I'm a better fighter. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, so are we, mate. So are we, and it's always a pleasure to catch up with you, mate, and especially after
You
such
too, mate.
a nice Christmas with your little one. It's good to hear that part of your life is where it should be, and I know you went through quite a lot to
Great.
get there, so no one can be
Yeah,
happier than us 2 years, mate.
yeah, it's great, mate. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Well, listen, we wish you the very best. We're going to be there, obviously,
Thank you, mate.
not missing that. And
What's that, mate? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said, yeah, we're going to be there. Obviously, we're going to come on over and watch
Yeah, yeah,
the fight in Liverpool, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you on fight week as well.
yeah.
Um,
We'll get an interview.
looking forward to it, mate, because it's been a long sort of Christmas, even though it's been a short one, if that makes sense.
It has, yeah, yeah. I feel like the year's flown, but yeah, it's been a long Christmas, especially for me because it's. I missed last Christmas because of the Parker fight was in January,
Yeah,
but at least I could eat then.
you got to start picking your
So yeah,
times, mate.
I know, mate. I know. He put shows on in January, but yeah,
No, I blame Kevin. It's his
it's
fault.
yeah, it's not been too bad because obviously it's the Christmas dinners aren't as I've been brought up on roast dinners. My mum's like always cooked roast dinners. I've always had good food growing up, but it's the stuff afterwards and it's all the chocolate and the cheese and
Yeah.
obviously no alcohol. It's the beer and the wine what packs it all on, and so yeah, none of that.
Well, I'm sure that.
But I did have a Christmas dinner.
Well, I'm sure you're allowed a Christmas dinner, mate. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good stuff.
Well, listen, we wish you the best of luck. I hope that it goes as you want it to, and I think I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the ring. But I'm also looking forward to seeing the next fight as well, because no doubt that'll
Yeah,
be a bit of a step up and a little bit longer as well. And I think
yeah,
if you can get those two in before the middle of the year, then I think there's no reason why you can't get some kind of title challenge and a big fight towards the end of this year.
yeah. I'm gonna have to get busy before August anyway because I'm getting married in August, so I'll have to get busy before.
You're like walking down the aisle with two
I'll have
black
to get
eyes.
busy, mate. Nah, if you want to have it, send me back down.
What you like. Well, listen, all the best,
But,
mate.
yeah.
We really appreciate your time coming on. I know
Thank
you're
you.
in the middle of camp, getting towards the end of it now. I hope it goes
No,
for
thanks for
you
having
in
me.
Liverpool, and we'll catch up with you there, mate.
Yeah, catch you soon, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, Jack. Take care. All the best.
Cheers, pal. See you, mate. Bye bye.